Let me play what Tim Walz has just said. Now, I want you to listen. This is really important, what he said. Listen.
And at this point in time, I told Tom, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. But unless I see a reduction in these folks on the streets, I'm going to have to say that to my folks. So look, we all think we all want to avoid that. But I think the reality has sunk in this week. If you thought you could pass this by and you thought there was nothing there, I mean, is this a Fort Sumter, John Brown moment? Where are we at on this? And we're doing everything right. And I have said it time and time again. The way you win this is through.
Stop. We're doing everything right. Is this a Fort Sumter, John Brown moment? What is this? Okay, let me just, for those who don't remember history, because it was boring when you were taught. Fort Sumter happened in 1861. And that was South Carolina saying, get them. The federal government had Fort Sumter. They used an organized force against the federal government and attacked Fort Sumter. That was the beginning of the Civil War, okay? So when he says, is this a Fort Sumter moment? He's implicitly saying this is the opening shot of an organized resistance against federal authority. That matters. Once you start talking about Fort Sumter, you're not talking about protest or dissent or civil resistance. You're talking about insurrection. And by the way, Tim, that puts you as a Confederate. It doesn't put you on the good side, the winning side. That makes you a Confederate. Then he follows that with, is this Fort Sumter? Is this a John Brown moment? John Brown now, because we're so historically illiterate, we think, oh, well, John Brown was an abolitionist. Yeah, he was an abolitionist that even Abraham Lincoln distanced himself from. He was an abolitionist, and he was his moral conviction was everything that motivated him. But he was willing to use lethal force. He did not believe in the democratic or constitutional process anymore. Even the people who were abolitionists, even the Northerners were like, John Brown, holy cow. First he was a hero, and then they realized this guy is out of control because he led raids and killings, and he terrified people, even people on his own side. And all he did, now listen to this, all that John Brown actually did in the end was accelerate the polarization, not reconciliation, polarization that was used as fire in the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln, not an apologist, distanced himself because John Brown was blood-soaked, okay? He became a symbol of what not to do. He's a warning sign, not a model. So when Walz invokes John Brown, he's normalizing political violence. Violence is acceptable because it's righteous. History says otherwise. John Brown's violence didn't free the slaves. It didn't build consensus. It didn't strengthen the rule of law. It didn't protect any of the innocents. What it did was harden the sides, legitimize retaliation, make any kind of compromise absolutely impossible. So there's the governor of Minnesota recasting federal law enforcement as an occupying enemy, elevating resistance over law, suggesting violence is historically justified. That's not civil rights rhetoric. That's pre-Civil War rhetoric. And history's really clear. Pre-Civil War sometimes will lead to civil war. This is the talk of an insurrectionist. Really dangerous. And by the way, Trump yesterday called Alex Preddy an agitator and perhaps an insurrectionist. That's kind of important language as well.
Thank you for thinking for yourself and being part of a movement, because that's really what all of this is. If you want the full story, you want to go deeper, go to blazetv.com/Glenn. Go there right now, sign up, no interruptions, just the truth, uncensored and unfiltered. Don't just watch, take a stand. And I'll see you over there in a minute.